Hey, what's up, YouTube? Just kind of doing a quick video here. Just on some of my RCs. I've had quite a few over the years. More of a tinkerer, not so much of a bash guy. And a lot of my RCs I got rid of. Got out of it for a couple of years, and then I got back into it. But just recently, Christmas time, was kind of cool. Jokingly, said to my girlfriend that I wanted myself a fifth scale, for Christmas. Honestly, didn't think she was gonna get it for me, as all you fifth scale guys know how expensive they are. And I woke up Christmas morning, and it took everything in me to not push our three young little boys out of the way to get to my surprise sitting in the middle of the living room, which is a giant box. It was insane. But I was able to hold off. I let the boys open all their gifts and everything first. And when I finally got to mine, I opened it up. And what did I see in the box? Wow. It was this sucker right here. There's the body for it. All you guys should know, if fifth scale guys, exactly what that belongs to. Well, there it is. Losi mtxl. This thing is sick, man. I am planning on doing a lot of upgrades on it. Been following mtxl on YouTube. The guy is a 1/5 scale RC enthusiast in general. He's a guru, and he's like sick detail, break-in upgrades, repairs, you name it. So this is bone stock right now. It's crazy ass winter here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I gotta wait until spring to do the actual break-in. I'm not doing it in the cold ass weather that we get here. So 29cc Dynamite engine, Chung Yang. This is the biggest RC I've ever had. My first fifth scale. Being crazy, just sitting here looking at it. I wanted to play with it so bad. But the one thing I was able to do, I went out and got myself some RIT dye. And as you guys can see, I dyed my wheels. It was supposed to be like a blood cherry red, but because the plastics on these were already gray, it turned out a lot darker. But you know what? I like it. It worked out pretty good. Yeah, so I've had quite a few projects on the go. This is my next main one. Unfortunately, and sad to say, this is my T-Max. I've never run this thing. I got it in a trade. It was pretty rough, pretty dirty. It had a 2.5 engine in it. I took it out. So I plan on putting either the 2.5R or the 3.3 in it. The servos were all shot to hell. So I'm either going to do the waterproof Traxxas servos in here. There's 3 of them. This thing does have the reverse. But she's sitting on hold right now, as this now is my priority. This will be like my other project, I guess, eventually at one point, to finish this sucker off. My local hobby store told me that this is actually the T-Max 2.5R version. As you can see, a lot of these here, gray, and black, so it's very confusing. Either it's, all gray or all black. So I was having a hard time finding parts. Stripped it right down when I got it, cleaned everything, everything, inside and out, re-greased, oiled, diff oil, even went as far as cleaning out, soaping out the freaking gas tank, nitro tank. Another thing I couldn't get, absolutely spectacular condition would be these rims. That's just the white plastic with the crappy chrome plating on them, so whatever, I plan on changing those later on, but it's I like this rubber though. The rubber's pretty sick. Definitely would be a great snow basher. Super soft tires. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of flex in them. Anyway, that'll be another time. The guy that had it before me, that's pretty much what he had on it. Just a pink body. That'll be the basher. I plan on just getting a new body for this one. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. But anyway, yeah, so this thing is crazy, man. Crazy. Like I said, I'm following a body gel. First things I'm going to end up doing is clutch bell carrier. I'm going to do that in Bartolone. I'm going to get either a Jet Pro or Bartolone pipe. I'm going to change this out to NGK wiring, or even MSD ignition wiring. Just gives better spark. The spark plug wire that comes on these here, like this is very rigid, very stiff. I can see this in cooler temperatures. The jacket actually splitting, so I'll be changing that out. The only downside to these are I got the Super B kill switch system to put in here. This truck comes with the DX2 transmitter receiver. It does have the AVC or whatever it is. Killer B won't work with AVC, and it will not work with a 2-channel. You need at least a 3 or 4 channel, and you need to get a new receiver that doesn't have AVC, or this kill switch just does not work. I tried the Killer RC's setup, which is hooking it to my steering connection with a Y splitter, and it doesn't work. Comes on, I flip my receiver off, and it doesn't go into failsafe mode. So I'm basically going to eliminate that and just get myself brand new transmitter, brand new receiver, and see if that works. So from there, this is going to be replaced. I've seen a really fucking nice setup from FID, all red. This is all going to be changed. Look like actual brake calipers with pads. Come in the nice aluminum. Obviously, one of the first things as well, as along with that in the pipe, aluminum chassis braces, front and rear. Do this top one as well in aluminum. I'm replacing this right away and before I do the break-in. The steering belt crank or whatever the terminology is, I kind of lost that there. But yeah, that's going to be replaced eventually. Shock towers, aluminum, all the diffs, front, center, rear, all aluminum. I'm going to make it virtually bulletproof. Get these in aluminum, front, rear. The hub itself, the front one, does come in aluminum. Very nice aluminum. You see the polished line in there. It's black. I wish they had have done the back with aluminum as well. That would have been so nice. Eventually and hopefully RPM will come out with control arms. But these themselves, these things are sick beefy, man. Like, they're huge. Like, unless you've seen one of these trucks up close, you just don't get the idea of how big everything actually is on this. These control arms here, the whatever you want to call them again. It's been a long day at work, so I'm kind of just doing a quick video. My brain's kind of fried, but anyway, I'm going to be replacing these here also eventually with the actual aluminum ones or stainless, whatever I can get rid of this plastic crap. These, I don't know if I'll ever change these. We'll see what happens when I'm bashing with them. Like, these things are stupid thick, man. Like, 1/4 inch or more thick. Like, huge. Yeah, so eventually, servos, I'll see how these things are. Maybe upgrade those if they're not very good. Again, they come with aluminum servo horns, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of RCs come with those. Unfortunately, this one back here is just plastic, so I'm gonna order that in aluminum right quick too. Outerwears. That's another number one thing. Outerwears here. I'm gonna get outerwears here. Don't know if I'm gonna keep this air filter. See how it does. I might just swap it out, upgrade it, and crankcase outerwears. So, and then from there, I guess over the years, who knows? Maybe soon, I might just upgrade it and get myself an OBR or reed case and see what this thing can actually do. I've seen a lot of cool parts online, and you know, typical enthusiast, I want it all. Anybody who's into this shit hardcore that gets excited over it, they know what I'm talking about. So yeah, see what happens, man. But yeah, that's my only collection right now, is just my two, and eventually it will grow. I think now that I've got my first 5th scale, I think that's the size that I'm going to stay with. Probably eventually get myself like Red Cat, Rampage MT, the Rovans, the King motors. Definitely want to get myself, I don't know if it's a Rovan or a King motor, the 5T clone. Originally, aside from this one here, I wanted the 5T first, but then my hobby store had one of these come in and they put on display. I didn't know anything about them, never heard of them, but when I saw it, I had to have it first. So 5T or 5T clone will be next, and eventually get this guy up and going. So I've never had a T-Max before, Traxxas. I've had plenty of Nitros, Savages, Buggies, XTMs, HPIs, yeah. So plenty of Losis. I've had my electrics. Don't mind electric, but just something about the smell and sound of gas, nitro. Just sounds real with these things. Again, to electric, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of generic to me. Anybody out there, they're converting these big suckers into electric. It ain't right. It ain't right. These stay gas. You want more power out of it, get yourself an OBR. These things are sick, man. These are meant to scream when they're driving, bashing, jumping. Gotta hear that engine. Gotta smell that fuel. Electric in 5th scale, in my opinion. I've never had one before, but in my opinion, that's just wrong. Unless you're like on a road car even. Yeah, they'll never see an electric system in my 5th scales. Gas all the way, baby. So anyway, that's my video, guys. Thanks for watching.